Yep, just gonna fight the final boss and see if I can beat him this time. Because it was the same thing with the owl. Couldn't beat him. Streamed it. Instantly beat him. So we're just gonna see if the same can be said with the final boss.
I will not allow Ashina to be crushed.
Also, he just kind of steals moves, like Floating Passage and Mortal Draw. But anyways, enough of Genichiro, now it's time for the actual final boss.
Count Sekiro.
Yeah, fun fact, I never actually thrusted at the owl, because I knew he had the Makiri counter as one of his moves. But he can Makiri counter, so I think that's kind of fun how, because he's a shinobi, he has shinobi moves, including firecrackers and whatnot. I hate it when he does the, I think they're called Edo attacks, where he sheathes his sword. I hate that one. That one's so hard to counter. I hate it when he does the itchy emoji. I should probably heal. That's feeling good. Even though Mountain Dew does the opposite of healing, I like to think of my healing gourd just filled with Mountain Dew for no real reason.
Now my blood boil. Pace me, Sekiro.
Ow. I was trying to block. I want to get him to his third phase because then he can do the lightning attacks, which do a lot of damage to him if I can counter him properly. You know, I hate Genichiro's bow, but his Ishin's Glock is worse.
Hesitation is defeat.
In this final part of the game, you can talk to Emma, and Ishin is dead because he put his soul in Genichiro's body or something like that. It's a lore reason. But Emma gives you the super, not travel, the super strong combat skills, the motion arts. And I was wondering, or I was thinking about just farming to get a couple of these good arts and see if like that would help me beat him, but I'm just gonna keep persisting, you know, just trying. You know, it's funny, whenever I'm stuck on a boss like this, I always think of the definition of insanity, which is just doing the same thing over and over again, and just expecting a different outcome, which I'm sure everybody knows, but it's funny because that's literally what you gotta do in this game, so I don't know. Is everyone who plays this game insane? I've beaten Genichiro about 4 times, without counting all the times that I've died to him, or, well,
I will not allow Ashina to be crushed.
I mean, what I'm saying is, I fought him in the castle, and I beat him. Dang it. Wow, okay, I kinda suck.
Farewell.
Fought him in the castle to get into Kuro's room. And that counted as 3 times because there was the first 2 phases, and then his Way of Tomo. Which honestly, I think he was harder there in his Way of Tomo than he is here. Because, I mean, at least then he used lightning, which can do massive damage. I'm not sure I'm getting Unseen Aid. I have like 10% chance because everyone just has Dragon Rot. And I don't care to carry it because I'm on the final boss. Yeah, I kind of wanted to get the good ending, but that would have involved me fighting Owl Father and the Demon of Hatred, which is kind of difficult, and I didn't really feel like going out of my way. But, oh, that reminds me, I gotta pull chat. Okay, here we go. Alright, here we go. Dang it. He has like 3 thrust attacks.
Yes, that's it. Your strength. I will not allow Ashina to be crushed.
Damn. Alright, let's keep going.
Sekiro.
There we go. Now I'm thinking with portals. Or with common sense. never mind. I shouldn't have ran so far. Let's heal. Gain some potions. Get in there. Boom! First phase, easy. Now this is where I get tripped up. Ah!
Hesitation is defeat.
Today I just got on and I was like, you know what should I do? And I thought, I need content. I still haven't beaten the final boss. Why not, right?
I will restore Ashina to glory.
There's floating passage. Just another move he stole from me. Now I kind of wonder what it would be like if we both did floating passage at the same time.
I will not allow Ashina to be crushed.
I don't get why their swords do so much damage with a mortal blade, but if that's the case, why don't I pull out my mortal blade and fight? In fact, why don't I even keep this other sword after getting the mortal blade? It's kinda dumb if you ask me.
Count Sekiro.
You know, the other day I was thinking, what if in Sekiro you could just have like your own gear sets, like in Dark Souls? And I was thinking it'd be a great way to introduce more of Japanese culture. Because, I mean, you know, you could have a bunch of new weapons that were just from like this area, era, Yare. I mean, all your enemies basically use katanas and odachis, which is like a long katana. The Mortal Blade is an odachi, for no real reason. They also use spears, which I know there's a Japanese word for that, but I don't know it,
Ashina
so...
to glory.
I just thought that'd be a cool way to introduce just more stuff into the game. I mean, you could even do, think about the armor too. That'd be pretty cool to collect, like, I've seen it in some games where when people put gear sets in, it's just like the same thing, but it's just like recolored over and over. But it's not typically what Dark Souls does. And so, or well, not Dark Souls, From Software. There we go. That's not the dumb way of saying this. And that was cool. Kind of lost my train of thought. Just yeah, okay, I forgot. Right, okay. So there were like gear sets for bosses. You'd beat a boss and get its gear set, or well, actually, I don't think that's how that works. But you could get gear sets for bosses and Dark Souls and whatnot. So in this game, that would be pretty cool if you got gear sets for bosses. You could get Nichiro's armor after you beat him when he was like, when he took it off and went to Tomo, in the way of Tomo. You could get his armor, and I think it'd be cool if once you beat Ishin, you got what he's wearing. And I'm mainly talking about all this because I just want a different sword than the Kusabimaru that Kuro gives Sekiro.
Now my blood boils. Haste me, Sekiro.
I was thinking maybe I should go back and fight a couple other bosses to get my attack power up, and then maybe I would do better against Ishin. Well, I would do better against Ishin, but...
Hesitation is defeat.
Well, first off, I don't know where, like, any of them are. And second off, I don't even know if I can get to them in this phase of the game. But that was just something I was considering. But, like I was saying about gear sets and whatnot, I mean, I think it'd be cool to just, do that again. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the stuff you're given in Sekiro. I just think it'd be better if you got to choose.
I will restore Ashina to glory.
Thrust!
Not allow Ashina to be crushed.
I'm pretty sure when he does that kick, it's a counter, not a counter, it's a thrust. I think. Except he always does it so fast that there's no time. Because those lone shadow guys, they have kick attacks and those kind of thrusts. So that's why I'm thinking that could be Makiri countered.
Sekiro.
I find it kind of dumb that when Ishin pulls out his spear, he has like no thrust attacks. I wish he had more because it would be a lot easier. He only has one and it's kind of hard to take down. He has like 3 with the sword. That's a round. I hate it when he does that.
Hesitation is defeat.
I was considering not using a mic for this stream because I figured eventually it would just be me raging at Ishin. Which it might turn into. And, well, nobody really wants that. But I decided to use a mic because, well, it'd just be kind of boring to see me rushing back in, dying, respawning, rushing, dying, respawning with no commentary at all.
I will restore Ashina to glory. Not allow Ashina to be crushed.
Honestly, I remember I was so bad at Mikiri countering when I first got the skill. But I practiced with Hanbei for a while. And got better. And I just kind of had to learn how to Mikiri counter when I started fighting Genichiro. Because it did so much of his posture. Especially on the, especially on that attack he would do where he would jump and then he would thrust in the first phase. That helped me a lot. That's my tip for anyone looking to pick up this game. My pro tip: get the Mikiri counter as soon as you can. It is one of the best skills in the game. Can you quit doing that, please? Ishin? I don't even know why he's doing this. Because I've eavesdropped on him. And he's talked about how he doesn't want Genichiro doing this. So why help him? Just because you don't want to see your empire fall? I mean, you're killing your grandson. I think. I don't know. I'm no professional in the lore. But I don't get why you'd want to do this. I mean, I get it. You know, your big castles in flames and blah, 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 but I don't know. You know, if you actually choose to side with the owl when he shows up,
restore Ashina to glory.
you actually get to fight. Not many people do it because it's well, it's considered a bad ending. But you fight Emma and old man Ishin. So not this, well, not the Ishin you fight when he comes out of Genichiro's nape, not nape, neck. The nape is the back of the neck, not the side.
Not allow Ashina to be crushed.
Copycat Mortal Draw, Copycat Floating Passage, Copycat Mortal Blade. The only thing I can say about his Mortal Blade is that it's black and longer, which honestly makes me believe he's compensating for something. If you know what I mean. I mean, as soon as I beat Genichiro for the first time, I knew he wasn't the actual final boss. Because first off, there's no finisher death blow on him like every other boss. Second off, the cutscene plays, which, I mean, you know, that's kind of normal. But, I mean, since he's the final boss, supposedly.